And he was like, "Okay, man, I'm sorry. I was just, trying to see what was going on."
Yeah.
He's like, "No, it's fine. You're low level. You don't know this stuff. It's okay." I
Jesus.
like, oh my god. Oh, there's more. There's way more to this. So then, what do I get? 30 seconds later, uh, a PM. Hey, man, you wanna, or you wanna,
Yeah.
run stockades? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Jesus.
Uh,
You should have put in
I
guild
really,
chat.
I
Hey
wanted
man,
to
I'll run with you.
I really wanted to reply cuck. Like,
Yeah.
you should have told this guy off.
Yeah.
Uh, like, God, it's not
I
a
mean, you're
big
not
deal.
wrong, but like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, bro, I should have said, like, bro, don't listen to that. Like, this guy's up his own ass.
Yeah. First of all, just don't be in the guild. If I can leave the guild and go join a
The
different.
problem is there aren't any others
No,
that would
they're all
take a
like
low
that.
level. Just sitting there in Stormwind, because, I could just teleport everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
That is so nice.
Oh wow.
Like, you don't even know how nice that is. Uh, like, I so appreciate it. It's worth the 9 silver.
Nice.
You know. Anyway, let me continue here. So 4 of us managed to get together. The 5th one's AFK,
Of course.
and he's like, I really don't want to ask in guild chat again. And I was like, no, you shouldn't, or this guy's gonna have an aneurysm.
Yeah.
So he PM'd this like level 50 paladin. Hold on. And she just replied, "Sure, I'll come. Give me 2 minutes." And she came and ran us through stockade
Like a human being.
like a human being. Got all the quests done. I got like a level out of it. It was
Attaboy.
nice. Not a big deal.
Human being.
Oh, okay. So this is all happening the same night. So after this, I'm like, all right, thanks everybody, good stuff. We all rebuffed each other before we departed, because it's a nice thing to do. Even the paladin gave everybody blessings when they bounced. So I go back to the camps and wetlands and start grinding, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing my thing. All right. So then this man logs on. His character name is Stop the Steal.
Oh my god.
It's better.
That's the worst.
Wait. Continue.
This man needs an SFK run.
Oh. Wait, he's not already 60? Oh wait, this is a different guy.
This is a different guy. This is no.
Okay.
The GM of this guild does not play alts. He has one main. It's a warrior. Doesn't play anything else. He is an Omega Chad.
Love it.
It's great. This is all in one night.
As one does.
As one does. This is the first night in this guild, dude. And I was like, I have to stay. I can't leave.
Infiltrated the classic Andes.
I really have. It's wonderful. So this guy logs on. His name is Stop the Steal, and I'm like, this is it. This guy's gonna start some shit.
Oh yeah.
He needs an SFK run. And he PM'd me, and he was like, hey, would you be interested in doing an SFK run if I can get a group together? And I said, hey, this guy follows the rules. He knows.
Hold on. Yeah, for context, the GM of this guild lit another guy a new one because he posted in the general guild chat looking for a group, basically, Spartan. And then the GM was like, no, you don't do that here. Reach out to them individually. So that's why this is a big deal.
Yeah. So he knows the rules. This man, he is the member rank, because I am under trial, but he is member rank on his alt. So that means he's been in the guild, and he knows what's going on around here. Okay. He's been there, done that. So he reaches out, and I say, I'll be honest, man, I'm only going to be on for another 20 minutes, 30 minutes, so I couldn't do a full SFK run. Replies, hey, man, no worries. I'll catch you another time. What a great fellow.
A nice guy.
Nice guy. Here it gets better. He logs off, switches to his main, a level 60 rogue, whose name is Steve Bannon.
Love it. Love it.
Okay.
It gets better. He then proceeds to what I can assume, because I teleported back to Stormwind. He was in Storm. You gotta understand, there's maybe 10 people in Stormwind at a time, even at prime time. Like, this is how small this server is. There's about 10 people there. So I saw him in Stormwind, and I was selling all my cloth I had gotten, because that's the kind of like the moneymaker for this grind. And I saw him, and I waved at him. He waved at me, and I was like, "Oh my god, this guy is just great! I just love it. This is so funny." And he goes, "Have a good night." And I was like, "God, what a nice guy for such memey character names." And right before I log off, I teleport, or I hearth back to wetlands so I can just run down there the next time I'm ready to do this. And then suddenly he's posting in general chat of wetlands, looking for more SFK. Hi. Good night.
All right.
Good night, Bentley. Good night, Bentley. He has to come in here and smell my shoes. And I see him. He's flying in wetlands, and he goes, looking for more SFK. We'll pay 13 gold.
Whoa.
Now I'm curious. I am not going to log off now. This man is not asking in guild chat.
Oh shit.
For help, and he's not PMing people. He is literally offering to pay people, and what he had done is gotten on a flight path in Stranglethorn and was flying all the way up to EPL, and every time he'd hit a new zone, he'd copy paste.
Yeah.
Looking for more SFK, will pay. And I'm like, how interesting. So it gets better. So I thought, all right, I gotta see how this plays out, of course. So then, some guy in the guild goes, hey, he didn't know it was the same person. He's like, hey, guy that was looking for SFK, some guy's willing to pay like 13 gold. If you want to go join him. And he's like, yeah, I'm the same guy, dude.
Yeah.
And then, so then this guildie perks up and he goes, oh, I'll go with you. You know, he's like level 30. I mean, I'll go with you, you know, for 13 gold, but you know, we're guildies, you know, I'll go for 5.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't have done that.
Oh shit.
That breaks the rules.
What?
Hold on. My door.
Wait for the punchline.
Oh, we're waiting.
I know. Just sit here, look, watching my Dogecoin.
There you go.
This man has made a grave mistake. The GM naturally jumps in.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. Are you paying people to run you through SFK? Steve Bannon? Question mark. And he goes, yeah, you know, low pop server. It's hard to find people playing alts this late into classic. So I'm willing to, you know, pay 30 gold to, you know, get this done.
Yeah.
And this man replies with, do you think that's in the spirit of this game? He goes, no, but I really need to get this done, and there's only... Because apparently he's leveling up his alt, you know, for TBC. Yeah. He wants to play something different. And, you know, he's like, I really need to find something, you know, so I can get this done, because SFK is good experience. And he's like, and the GM responds, I don't think that, you know, you should be doing that. You should genuinely, you know, it takes time to find people for dungeons. You should, you know, not just try to bribe somebody to run you through it. You know, really want to work together and, you know, meet people on the server and make friends. He's like, he responds, yeah, I understand that, but really just... short on time here.
It's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game, and we're running out of time to he didn't say this, but you know, in my head I'm thinking we're running out of time till TBC launches. Yeah. So, you know, he wants to get this done. he's gonna need 80 hours of gameplay. If he can spend a little bit of gold to cut that time down, he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
So he and the GM take it into the whispers, and I don't hear anything.
Oh God.
I
going down.
I log on the next day. He's still in the guild, so nothing
tragic.
Nothing too crazy had happened. He is still there, and I was like, all right, bless. Steve Bannon was not kicked from our guild. Thank God.
We need Steve Bannon.
we need Steve.
I never thought those words would come out of my mouth.
Aw.
I know. All right. The next night. Wouldn't say the next night. Like, maybe. Yeah. The next night. I think so. Or it might have been during the day. I'm not too sure. I was logged on there to pick up my auctions and stuff was happening. So naturally I had to listen in. And they are putting together... Okay, no. All right. During the day, not much really happens. Some guy complained about auction house pricing. And the GM was like, well, when we're a really small community, there's not a whole lot we can do. Like, okay, all right, well.
Cool story. Thanks for that. Doesn't help my situation.
So this guy's on all day.
Yeah, this is what he does.
He's a Swanson.
Nice.
He's on all day. I've been on. I'm in the mornings, to look at my auctions, and then I'm on in the mid-afternoon to sell them, and then I get on at night. He's there, only on his warrior, nothing else. Okay.
Nice.
Great.
Love that.
Yay.
So somebody was complaining about the auction house. So then that night,
What is it?
they one of the paladins is like, hey, we should really get because now they have the world buff store thingy.
Yeah.
We should really do a UBRS run, get the Ren head, and set that up so that at least all of our 60s can lock this away. GM thinks this is a good idea.
Oh, good.
Thank God. I was worried it wasn't going to be. Problem. They've only got 8 60s. And no priest. Which makes healing very difficult when you only have paladins healing, because they had a druid, but that druid was going to tank it. Now, the GM...
GM doesn't tank?
The GM is not a tank. No, sir. He is what is called a pumper.
Okay.
He is a fury warrior.
I mean,
He's
I'm
got his
here
two one-handed swords.
Yep.
And he is a pumper. All right, he goes in there and he is top DPS. He wails that stuff down. There's no playing games. All right, you got that?
I'm here for it. I would just think a GM
that's where
would take one for the team to give yourself the best tank in the game, a warrior. But...
Yep, I know. I was like, so I didn't want to say anything. So then, so the guy's like, all right, well, we really need another tank. I think we can run 2 paladins healers. It's not going to be clean, but we can do it. But we need, something to say. So this guy goes, and I was like, oh, you shouldn't have said that. This guy goes, well, hey, GM, you're a warrior. Just slap a shield on, and you're good to go.
Oh, shit.
That, sir, is not the answer, or the question to be asking at this time. And I know that as a level 28 mage now. I know that. Ooh, yeah, it wasn't pretty.
Fucked, kid.
You done fucked it up. All right, so...
That's putting it lightly. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, here we go. So the first thing was, first off, you don't tell me what to do.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, okay.
All right, video game. Here we go.
And he goes, second off, I am the top DPS in this guild. I am also our raid leader. We could not sacrifice my damage for another tank when we could just do the... I absolutely could. It means getting it done.
Yeah.
He goes, one of our paladins could even tank if we had to, but we would not. I was like, no, they can, but it's much better to have a warrior. They should be healing. That's the kind of thing. This is still classic. He goes, we cannot lose a top DPS. I will not put on a shield. You have to understand that in the spirit of
you
the
can
game.
Fury tank.
Yeah, he doesn't have Thunder Fury, so it's not easy for him to Fury tank.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
What can I do for you?
I know, very upsetting. So he's like, but hey, because this other guy was a warrior. He's like, since you're, not as geared or as good, you can put on the shield. That way you can tank, and I can stay DPS, and we won't lose anything. And he's like, I guess I could, but the issue would still be that I'm not experienced at this, and you claim to be, and it seems like you know what you're doing. And he goes, experience isn't needed here. I'll tell you what to do. So they hop into Discord and they do their OBRS run. It did not finish, let me tell you that.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Be safe.
Fast forward to yesterday.
Okay.
Log on.
You need something?
Just to move some auctions around. Log on. Couple of nice hellos. Hey, how you doing? Hey, fine, thanks. GM pops in.
See you later.
I thought he was talking to me, but he wasn't. And I'm glad I didn't respond. So he, the GM, another guy logged on at the same time, and he was like, hey, how come you weren't at the guild meeting last night? And I didn't say anything. I was like, I'm not saying shit.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know you. I'm not talking to you. I didn't know there was a guild meeting, and you don't need me.
Yeah, you're fucking 20-something.
I'm from the 20s. Leave me alone. I'm gonna go beat up some skeletons. All right, leave me alone. Okay. Fortunately, he was not talking to me, and the guy goes, because he's like level 59, almost 60 or something, and he's like, I didn't know there was a guild meeting. And the GM goes, okay, well, you need to be checking the guild information tab daily. We do update it pretty frequently, and it'd be a real shame for you to lose your member status, now that you're almost 60 because you didn't attend a guild meeting. And so this guy, he's not a cuck like the other guy. And he's like, what if I can't make it to a guild meeting? He's like, what if I have real life obligations? He goes, that's fine, if you can't always make a guild meeting. But, we need to know ahead of time if you can't make it, because then I need to write up the notes and send them to you through the mail. And I was like, you're going to send the guild meeting notes through the mail?
Oh my God.
In the game?
Can I help you?
Yeah,
you're going to do this?
Classic, man.
You're going to do this? They have a Discord server, so, like, why couldn't you just
put the
PM
notes
it?
there?
Put the notes there, like, and I'm really curious, like, what they had to talk about.
Yeah.
All right. So he kind of backs off a little bit, but then an officer logs on.
Go in peace.
And he goes to the officer.
How many officers are there?
There's 3 officers. 3.
What can
There's
I do
3.
for you?
3 officers, if I can remember correctly.
Be careful.
And there's 30 people in the guild.
Go with
Yeah,
arms.
1 GM,
Well
3
done.
officers, and then
Light bless you.
everybody else. And then we're broken up between like
Welcome.
raid members and then trial. And trial's anybody not 60.
Safe
So the
travels.
GM.
Well met.
This is when it gets good. This is the moment
Keep your feet on the
that I
ground.
have to stay in this guild as long as possible.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, what are you doing? What are you up to? And I'm like, the GM is being nice. This is interesting. He's like, hey man, what are you doing? Like, maybe he's trying to put a group together or something, get stuff rolling. I'm like, all right, he's actually being a GM right now. He goes, oh, not much, man. Just watching a streamer, hanging out. That was a mistake.
Oh shit.
He should not have said that.
No.
Because little do people know, for you guys that don't know, Classic Andes do not like streamers.
Oh yeah, they influence the game.
They
Can't
influence
have
the
that.
game, and they are the actual direct reason why World of Warcraft is bad.
Yep.
And he goes, really? You're watching streamer. Oh, what game are they playing? Thinking that, oh, maybe they're not playing. And he's like, oh, playing WoW. He's a really good mage. It wasn't Joker, but it was like one of those guys that's like definitely a top tier mage.
Yeah.
And he's because he's like, yeah, I'm watching him do the Nax raid. It's really cool. I'm trying to get some insight into it. I'm like, all right. He goes, I had high hopes for you. I'm really upset with you right now. And I'm like, oh, this is it. This is it. This is it. And then for the next 5 minutes, we got a typed out lecture about why streamers are bad. Some keynotes from this. They influence the game. They are used as marketing tools and will always put Blizzard in a positive light. Blizzard needs to listen to its audience, not its streamers. Streamers need to get real jobs. This is unbelievable that
the guy
people that plays Classic WoW all day.
Okay.
And then he goes, I've been on that horrible Twitch website and I've seen the bathtub girls. I've looked or hot tub, excuse me.
We were talking about work today.
The hot tub girls. He's like, I've seen all of that. It's a shame of what gaming has become. I will never give. Yes, we've really gone down.
To a point, that is true.
But I'm like, he's making some fair points. He goes, I can't believe that the top WoW streamer, Asmongold, sits there and reacts to YouTube videos all day when he could be doing stuff on WoW.
Done everything.
He's done everything. He is very close to 100% completion.
Oh yeah.
It's quite impressive how far because that's kind of what he does. He's got a couple more items he's still got to collect.
Yeah.
So he's at the point where he's just waiting for the next patch kind of thing. So I get it. But it kept going. Didn't end there. He goes, it's so upsetting to me that we've got people in this guild that would even consider watching YouTubers and streamers. So this guy counters back. Again, this guy is not a cuck, like I said earlier. This man delivers it back.
Yeah.
And he goes, you've never watched a YouTube video on how to play your class in Classic WoW? And he goes, nope. I've written guides.
Wow.
But I've never watched a YouTube video over some beta male I was like, oh really? Beta male in their mom's basement. Telling me how to play the game.
Yeah.
I figured it out for myself after getting a couple of ideas. And he's like, okay. Well, I was just watching him for Nax stuff so I could get an idea of it.
Just having a good time.
He's like, yeah, I was just, I want to see what this guy who's in a top guild and what he's doing so that maybe I can mimic some of that. And he's like, you don't need to do that. You can just read your spell book and you can understand how your class works.
Oh, fuck that.
Fuck that, dude. I'm not reading that.
No. The guys that sit around and figure all this out, I could.
Some of them get paid to do that. The guys at Wowhead and Icy Veins get paid to do that.
Could not pay me enough to do that.
Could not pay me to sit there and figure out that stuff. No way. So the topic continues. A couple other guild members are chiming in. And they're saying streamers have really caused gaming to go downhill. They're all in agreement with this GM. That the Classic WoW is the last true bastion of hope. And so the topic of TBC came up. And they were like, yeah, well, at least, we're all excited for TBC. And GM goes, this guild is not going to TBC.
What?
Wow.
Oh, he's gonna really stick to it, isn't he?
He is. He said, I have been playing Classic WoW since Classic WoW. This guild is not going to TBC. So they haven't even they can only do the 10-man raids.
Yeah.
Because they don't have enough people yet, or can't. Okay. So they've only done, I think, BWL and what's the other 10-man?
Next year car is 40, right?
No, next year you can do a 10.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you could do with 10, they've done.
Gotcha.
They can't, and he said, I will not go to TBC until this guild or myself has completed all of the content in Classic WoW. And don't get me started on how they've already ruined TBC with this BS cash shop. And I was like, here we go. These streamers, these influencers, these YouTubers are the reason, the sole reason we have a cash shop in TBC. Somebody goes,
let's go with
yeah.
that. Sure.
Some guy was like, yeah, absolutely. Another guy was like, how? He goes, because it is easy marketing through Blizzard. Blizzard can use these guys, and since they have such a positive influence on the community, that they're the ones that can deal the soft blow to the community, and they can stay and keep doing what they're doing, and eventually just, you know, the game will become more and more pay to win.
Okay.
That's what I said.
No,
So that way
okay.
yeah, I was like, no, that's not how this works. But you gotta understand, they don't watch.
Yeah.
And they don't watch these YouTube videos. They don't watch these streamers that actually sit there and complain about the game and all the problems. I mean, even Preach got an interview with the game director. I haven't seen the video, but I just remember seeing like some of the comments, and they're like, yeah, Preach was not happy after that interview.
Oh yeah.
With the way things are going. And so anyway, he keeps going on and on about how, like, you know, Classic, we fought so hard to keep, and he said, no thanks to these streamers and YouTubers, but we as a community fought so hard for no changes in Classic so that we could get our game back. And we did, and I am not ready to give up on it until I've done all the content I can do. I said, well, you got to transfer your character to a different server, man, because it
or
is
just
this
disband
server.
your guild and join another one, because
you're
failing.
Yeah, because it's going downhill real quick, real fast out here. I hate to break it to you, champ. So they're like, so we're not going. He's like, you guys can go and do your own thing, but I will be keeping the guild here on Classic, and those true people that believe in the spirit of Classic will stay with me, and we will finish all of this content. And once we've finished that content, then we will move to TBC.
Nice.
Nice.
You're not going to be able to finish it, but nice.
You're not going to be able to finish it because there probably won't even be 40 people left.
No.
This server, for context, this server has less than 2,000 people on it.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's very small.
Do you think that's a large portion of the population, though, that will just want to stick to actual Classic, not TBC? I feel like a lot of people that enjoyed Classic will still enjoy TBC.
Absolutely, because TBC is arguably, you know,
a better version of Classic.
A better version of Classic WoW. That's, you know, the kind of the big thing. And from what I've seen, it's like, so the streamers and their you know, posses and guilds and whatnot, they all have to go to TBC, so they're pulling all of them with them. There's no way they would stay behind at this point. I'm sure some people will stay behind, because I mean, you know, you can. But I think it would be more to, like, I think the people that are going to be, like, staying behind would be, like, the hardcore players. But then, like, at the same time,
levelers, speed levelers, they're going to
speed levelers and doing that stuff. But I think they would do that on alts, and their mains still go to TBC.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I saw Cargos had a video today saying that how the WoW Classic hardcore community is going to change their rankings to now do 1 to 70.
Jeez.
So hey, you know, I mean, that's
cool,
kind of, but they should do that.
Yeah.
Though. Like that would definitely keep their community alive and going.
Absolutely.
I understand that, absolutely, 100%. I thought that's a good move. So
adapt.
Yeah, adapt, and then when Wrath comes out, do the same thing.
Okay, yeah.
So anyway, for my final tale, of the WoW Classic Andes. I'm sitting in general chat. Now, this doesn't have to do with the guild, but I think this server, and the reason why it is so
Very
dead
hardcore.
is because this is a very classic Andy server, but they're all classic Andes, and they're not good.
Oh,
There are a lot of talk.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there in Stormwind. I'm lunchtime. I'm eating my chicken wrap from Publix, enjoying my. Just got back from my walk. I got to see the ducks that I see every day. You know, great stuff. You know, sitting there, and you know, a little bit of spice coming up out of trade chat, and I'm like, oh, here we go. And they were discussing, you know, just the future of WoW, and the normal things, Thunder Fury and stuff like that. And then somebody goes, yeah, who's got Thunder Fury? Lol, 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 stuff like that.
I'm not. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna die again.
I'm sorry. So, and then this guy chimes in and he goes, so who and all is going to TBC? I'm looking for a guild for TBC. So I shift click his name and I see that he is indeed level 60. He is guildless. I'm like, okay, interesting. Usually everybody on this server is pretty much guilded up. There's not many people that are ungilded. And he goes, I'm going, looking for a guild for TBC. He's a warlock, so I'm like, all right, best class.
There you go.
Right there, good to go. I'm like, surely God, somebody is going to be like, yo, PM me. None of that. That does not happen.
Interesting.
Goes, some guy replies, why you want to go to TBC, man?
Oh my god.
He's like, because that's the next expansion, and I'm
I
ready to go.
I want to fucking see it. I want to.
I want to play it.
Play the fucking game that they're releasing on a stable fucking server. Idiot.
don't say that.
These are my thoughts. I'm like, hold on, let me pause Family Guy here. This requires my attention. And this guy goes, you wanna? Why you want to go to TBC? And he's like, because I want to play TBC. And he goes, I played Vanilla when Vanilla came out, but due to school, I went to college when TBC came out, so I missed it. I didn't play TBC while I was in college. It's the expansion I missed out on.
Yeah.
I want to play it in its glory. And I'm like, that's a fair reason. He wants to go back.
Yeah.
And actually play it because he missed it. He said, I came back in Wrath of the Lich King, so I missed out on just about all of TBC.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So makes
Logical.
sense. One or two, yeah. So one or two people are like, oh yeah, okay, I get that. That's cool. But no. Classic Andy chimes in. He goes, well, you do know that Classic is the better game, right?
Oh my god.
He's like, yeah, I mean, I guess. He goes, no, you don't guess. It is the better game. And all of these kids, don't listen to all these guys out there that are going to tell you, that TBC is better. Okay, a lot of things change. All right. Do you think it's fair that some guy's just going to buy gold in TBC, get his epic flying faster than you, and then just fly down on you to do PvP and just eat your ass, essentially?
Nice.
And I was like, what? Did this happen to you in TBC all those years ago? What? And he goes, gold is just going to be out of control. And I'm like, what? How is gold out of control on a dead server?
Yeah, the high pops, maybe you can make that argument.
Yeah, so it's like, that's a high population argument. He goes, all these people have just been sitting here accumulating all of this gold. They're going to go in there and they're just going to buy everything up. There won't be our prices are going to be so inflated. It's not going to be good. You should not waste your time with that. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then somebody's like, imagine thinking that Classic is the better game or something like that. And he's like, and then another guy chimes in and goes, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. Classic WoW is the best game ever made, dude. Why would you even want to leave here? This is it, man.
This is it, man.
This is it, man. Like, this is the game.
This is the game we play until we die.
And these people believe that.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's a reason why certain people, stay with their abusive ex.
they have Stockholm syndrome.
There's
over
for some sort of and there's a nostalgia argument as well. Something might have happened that changed their classic experience from their TBC experience. Now, with everything else that's going on in the gaming community, they feel like this is the only safe game to play.
Well, yeah, that was the argument that kept making, like, WoW Classic is the last true bastion for actual games that aren't just money makers, and I can kind of agree with that. I understand their logic and their reasoning behind it. But like but the argument can't be made for TBC because TBC is classic just fixed and expanded upon.
Yeah.
But it's not
Arena. I'm not even a PvPer, but that sounds like hella fun.
Yeah, like arenas and not rated battlegrounds. That was rad. Yeah. But stuff like that.
Like just a better game, a sequel to a game that's already pretty good, and they just make it better.
Because this was Jeff Kaplan's last time he had true hands-on.
Yeah.
I mean, he had hands-on in whatchamacallit too, but this was, he was stepping away and going into more of a higher up management position. Because then I think he started working on Overwatch in 2010 or something. So
technically, it would have been whatever the MMO was that Overwatch was supposed to be.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what he was with. So like this is like Kaplan's fights and stuff. Like this is true, even though they're not outrageously difficult. Kael'thas Sunstrider is in this expansion arguably one of the best raid bosses ever made.
Oh yeah.
With the amount of mechanics and the ingenuity that picking up legendary weapons and things like that. So I just don't understand it. But these guys, they defend it, and then people will ask them, be like, yeah, but like, don't you want to go move on? He's like, nope, I'm staying here. I'm gonna stay right here, and I'm gonna play the same game that I've played. Because then some of them would say like, yeah, man, as soon as TBC went, because there were classic private servers when TBC launched.
Mm-hmm.
But those were more like PvP, just PvP with classic stuff, classic talents and things like that. But there's people that they've said I've seen in passing on this server that are like, nope, I've been playing classic WoW for 16 years. It's the only game I play. I'm not playing another.
Jesus. No, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I don't get these classic Andys, dude. And you can't criticize the game in not necessarily in this guild, but like you really can't say anything negative about the game in like server like chat and stuff too, because somebody will jump you. Like I saw some guy complaining about if you don't have, every man for yourself, how can you deal with these rogues just assassinating people in Stormwind? Like, because a couple rogues from the Horde came over and were like beating people up, and somebody was like, it's really bullshit, man. I pop Divine Shield, and then I pop or Divine Interference or whatever, and then I have to pop every man for himself just to get away from these guys. This is BS. And some guy goes, oh, that's kind of more addressed in TBC. That stuff gets cleaned up. And some guy is like, nah, man, it's classic, just the way it is, bro. It's just perfect. You just got to deal with it. You just got to anticipate what's gonna happen. And I'm like, yeah, but what? Why?
I like this game. I'd rather play this than retail, frankly, but that doesn't mean the game isn't perfect, or that doesn't mean the game isn't perfect.
Oh no, the go back to retail is probably said so many times when somebody complains, like, hey man, go back to retail. If you don't like it, just go play retail. Go play the Facebook game of retail.
Jesus.
I said Facebook. Oh, I guess the command tables are arguably are basically Farmville.
Yeah.
But like the Facebook game, bro, your rotation is one button.
Literally.
You're a mage. You cast Fireball after you get a good incinerate going.
Yeah.
That's it.
Not terribly complicated. I think there is an air of superiority. Like there is.
Oh, they
there
all
is-
have it.
Well, just in general, there's an air of superiority around games that have some sort of heavy investment on them. So, like Overwatch, you have to invest in not only learning the game, but like your actual skill too. Like, especially DPS but even healers and tanks still have to be at the top of the game. Yeah, but WoW's the same way, but its entry into the mechanics is very simple. It's
also a very slow game.
Yeah, and in retail, you got to be a little bit faster. You got to be a little bit more. You got to know your class in and out. You got to be able to react extremely quickly. In Classic, you really don't. It's really how much time do you put into it, and how well do you know that game. None of those require extreme skill, and none of those require like time learning. You passively learn a lot about the game by playing it, and going off of others and whatnot. So the idea, I think that's another thing. It's just these guys that have played it for so long, they know they can't switch to other games. They know they'll get their ass kicked.
Because they will get. That's what I think it is. Because they will get their ass beat. They can't play retail because it is too fast for them.
Yeah.
They don't understand everything. That if they went into PvP in retail, they would not understand what is happening.
Yeah.
Because it would be going so much faster.
But
they would have a lot of options.
And raids too, to an extent. I think dungeons kind of just depends on, like if you're doing.
They wouldn't be able to handle the speed of dungeons, I don't think.
Not on the mythic level. For why am I'm an idiot. For like normal dungeons, sure, but once it gets to mythics, no way.
They wouldn't be able to handle it.
Not the guys that have played this game only for years and years and years. Obviously, there's people that play both that do fine. But the guys that are so hardcore, Classic is the only game for me. Yeah, no, they can't handle this, and it's sad.
Yeah. It's and I think that's why Classic Andes really exist, is because they can't play another game.
Mm-hmm. And they don't want to, not because they can't, but because,
they
like
know
I said,
they're good at this game.
That and there's more. There's something going on with like whatever's going on around their lives and whatnot that imprinted that this is the best game. Because I mean, I
think it is probably the best MMO ever made in its time.
Yeah, I think.
As
I mean, I'll wait to see about TBC to get my own opinion on that. You can probably make that argument, but World of Warcraft is easily the best game ever made, or best MMO ever made. So I get it, and this is the original. I get it. It's like the Star Wars guys that love the original trilogy more than anything else. I get it, but doesn't mean everything else is bad. Two good things can exist at the same time.
Right.
No, they can't.
Shut up, Spartan.
It's bad, man. And I think from what I've seen, just on in general chats and on our server, I should say.
Yeah.
That everybody's just really excited for TVC and ready to move on and do the next thing, but I think the really low pop servers, I think the community has kind of separated itself. I don't know if this is true. I'm just basing this off of. I'm not rolling characters on every really low pop server and just seeing it. But I think that all these really small low pop servers are where the Classic Andes are at.
I mean the true Classic Andes?
The true classic Andes. The hardcore Classic is the only game I play. These are the guys, if Classic Fresh was a thing, Like if they made a classic fresh server, these guys would be going there.
Like
To
one that
play
rotates
classic.
every 2 years or something.
Yeah, because that was a
That was an idea.
that's something that Blizzard is still
Yeah.
toying the idea that they might make a seasonal classic server and then do one for whatchamacallit for each of the 3 original expansions, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I'd
just
play
have
it.
them on rotation.
I'd play it.
I'd play it too. Absolutely. Anybody would play it.
I'd probably
but, like,
play all 3, honestly. I'd have a character on each.
Yeah, absolutely. Whichever is your favorite, you just
Yeah.
boom, done. And then they've maybe got a couple of servers that are going classic TBC Wrath over like maybe a 3-year period, then
Yeah.
it wipes, and they do it again.
That wouldn't be a
That-
bad idea.
That'd be
Oh,
eh.
That's when the game. All right, but when they do that, that is when the game is truly on
Dead.
maintenance.
Yeah.
They have retail, which just pushes out probably the same mixed,
Yep.
mixed, little things here and there, and that's it. A new expansion comes out, but it's like just a couple basic things. Nothing fancy,
Yeah.
things like that. So. I truly believe that these small servers are where the actual classic Andes are going to stay. Because everybody jokes that, oh yeah, I'm a big, classic Andy. And somebody says something like, oh, what are you, a classic Andy?
Yeah.
Things like that. But those people that are really truly this, I think they are on these low pop servers, and they're waiting for the TBC people to leave them.
Yeah, makes sense.
But then those are probably the same people that are complaining that like, oh well, we can't enjoy classic anymore because everybody's on.
Because there's no one to play with. I
Yeah.
think there will be enough for them to play.
There'll be enough, yeah. They're not gonna. They can't be spread out. They gotta be on,
But the problem is they
handful
won't.
of servers.
They don't like
They won't be on it.
Discord. They don't like.
Oh,
I've seen
Discord.
people complain about Discord.
Jesus, what are you gonna get on fucking
Ventrilo.
Ventrilo?
Yeah,
Jesus.
there's one guild on the server I play on that still uses Vent or TeamSpeak. One of them.
Jesus, kill me.
Like, do you remember connecting to Vent servers?
Yeah, it sucked.
They were terrible.
God.
TeamSpeak was better, but TeamSpeak cost money.
Oh yeah, my first ever fucking raid. We were using Ventrilo, and this was like when Ventrilo was not really used anymore, so it was even worse. I was like, Jesus Christ, guys.
I still
And
remember
people-
using Mumble back in the day.
Oh
Mumble?
yeah.
I was in a guild that used Mumble.
Yeah. I mean, that's a little newer technology than Ventrilo, but it's actually. Oh, let's see.
When people's PCs couldn't handle being a host audio server for
Yeah.
Vent, they had to start going to TeamSpeak to get their own server, but that cost money. Then Mumble came along.
Then people use Skype too. We use
Yeah.
Skype. I remember.
Yeah,
used to use that
in
for,
Yoso we used
Starcraft.
Skype.
Yeah.
I remember using Skype to raid in Yoso. And Connor, Concon had to be the one that called everybody. Because he had the best
Yeah.
internet. He had the best internet to connect everyone.
God, those were the days.
Those were the
Do I
days.
miss them?
No.
No,
But
they
But
were
like-
the days.
But like these guys, they just want to use guild chat and like to communicate with each other and stuff. And that's why
Jesus.
when he said like, I'll just send you the mail in game. I'm like, you were literally using the in-game mail to communicate with your guild members on
Jesus.
things outside of when people are offline. I'm like, you can just make a Discord server. Now the guild that I'm in does have a Discord server. I'm not joining it. I don't want to know what goes on there.
Yeah.
If they ever ask me to join it, I'll be like, I'll just say I'm a part of too many Discords. I don't want to join a whole lot more right now. Not until I'm higher level on this character. Make up some bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they want to
that's what I
relive.
use for work.
They want to relive the 2004 life essentially.
Jesus.
2004. I was in 8th grade in 2004. Oh,
Yeah,
that's when. Remember the 3 hurricanes that hit Florida?
yeah, I remember.
2004. God.
God damn.
I can tell you that because after those 3 hurricanes came around, we went to the store I went to Walmart and I picked up a PC Gamer magazine.
Nice.
And on the back of that magazine was an advertisement for Guild Wars.
Oh,
Oh God! Wow.
And I remember sitting there going with Mom, I want to buy this game. And she thought that it was a subscription game that she had heard about from all of her friends. And she was like, honey, you know, we didn't have money to pay a month. And I said, no,
Yeah.
you only pay, you just pay for it one time. And she said, oh, okay, then we can get it. And that's how Alec and I started playing Guild Wars.
And the addiction began.
And the addiction began. So it's actually our mom's fault that we're here today.
Exactly.
Playing a 16-year-old game.
This is why we're here. And we will bust out Guild Wars 1.
Hey, I got my account relinked. I'm ready to go.
Alright, I'm ready to go.
You say the word, I'll play it with you.
I'm ready to go. I got nothing left to do on this character other than, you know, max skills, but
I might play WoW retail for a little while.
yeah.
I need more
Get a
gold.
coin. Yeah.
Because I had to pay $15 today.
Oof.
I haven't paid. I haven't had to pay because I've had all this gold, but now I don't. I only have like 40k, and I'm like, maybe I should play a little. Maybe I should just like gather herbs or something.
Get some herbs.
But then I send you that video. Maybe I should do that, but
Yeah.
I'm not really good at
I
writing.
mean, you can
These
do
girls make a ton of gold doing this.
it. Oh, I'm sure.
Ariel used to do it. Our old friend from the Overwatch days. She used to do that.
Oh God. That's
Yeah,
right.
take you back. Yeah, Pell used to do. Guys would pay her to type ERP stuff to them.
Jesus.
Now that was before WoW
For
token,
her boyfriend.
and before her
Yeah.
boyfriend. But yeah,
Whatever happened to her?
I
Just
don't
dropped
know.
off the face of the earth stuff, right?
Because her boyfriend became really super paranoid. So
Yeah, that's right. She
Dude,
dropped
I
off
would
the
have
face of the
pimped her out. Are you kidding me? It's like, fuck yeah, take advantage of these fucking nerds. Get them
yeah,
to pay
I
for
still
our
have
dinners.
her on Discord, but I messaged her like last year and she still hasn't responded. So,
Classic.
I think she's on my Discord too somewhere.
well, you know, maybe she just got out of gaming. Who knows? But anyway,
Who knows?
but yeah, like these.
Maybe not.
This girl sitting there talking to Asmongold like, yeah, I know people who've made like 5 million gold doing this, and I was like, 5 million pays at current WoW token prices could get you like 3 or 4 years of game time.
Jesus.
Well, at 140k
Yeah.
a token, you buy, you know, and there's no tax or cuts on it straight, so
Yeah.
yeah, you could get a couple of years out of it. IDK. I might just for the sake of making gold, or until apparently the new changes for Torghast are a little bit different.
Oh yeah.
They've made some changes to Torghast, making it more roguelike, so might step into that. That might be fun.
Huh. Interesting.
You know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in retail.
Yeah. I got bored like normally, so.
I mean, I'll get bored. I just, you know, it'd be really nice to not have to pay for it. That's all.
Yeah.
That's why we kind of just rotate what games we play.
Basically.
Yeah.
But
God, I
then we
wish.
always come back.
Yeah, I wish that Final Fantasy did some kind of token, but I know they're
too-
he's
They're too
very
smart to do
against
that.
it. I think the Square Enix would have to tell them to do it. That's the only way they would ever get something like that.
Mm.
I bet Square Enix is probably not going to tell them because he'll probably he'll actually turn the servers off at that point.
Yeah, yeah, and he really will go set fire to the server rooms.
Oh no! You don't have to even set fire to them. Just turn off the air conditioning. No one checks that.
That's true. As he kneels before the burning warehouse, holds his hands in the air, and goes, 22 million people are free now. They can leave.
Then he hears, like, literally a month later, someone buys a bunch of AWS servers to host a bunch of.
God.
Fly, you fools.
I could see that though. Like that'd definitely be a thing.
You could. I mean, AWS will basically host anything
For sure.
within reason.
It's not too hard. You could parts of the Final Fantasy 14 core are available. Like you can download them and host your own private server. You can't do it in the US and you can't do it in Japan. Obviously.
There's servers in Europe. We can run the server in Europe. That's fine.
Yeah, you could run it in France. There is one or two private Final Fantasy servers. I don't know the point of them. I really don't know the point of them. But okay. There's no reason to go back. You can go back if you want. Because when you do synced stuff for like low-level content, it truly syncs your armor and gear down to what the level was back then. So, I mean, you can, knock yourself out, I guess. But anyway, so that took an hour of your time, but that's been my experience with some actual classic Andes.
I like it.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this nonsense.
Nothing really surprises me anymore. A little bit of this did, but I don't know. I don't get people.
I don't think necessarily you were surprised. You were just like, huh. That's still. You're probably more surprised.
That's another thing.
It still exists in the world at this point.
Yeah, that's another thing that grosses me out. Like I'm all for really enjoying a game, but when you make it so much of your identity, unless you're a literal streamer and you play one game and you make
that's different.
And that's your career, that's different. And a lot of those guys would probably do something else, if it paid more, right? A lot of these guys do follow the money, which is totally fine. I'm never against that. I don't know. I could not imagine making a video game my personality. And that's what it seems like a lot of these guys do.
Yeah, like it's their life. Like I get it. Like, it was a good game and you got to play it back then, I didn't.
Yeah.
We couldn't afford it.
No.
I
was fucking 7, so I mean.
Hey man, but you were probably the only 7-year-old competing in guild versus guild in
Hell
top
yeah! I ran that flag with authority.
Yeah, he just ran the flag back and forth.
I
but
threw a couple heals.
Yeah, we were, because we were ranked 90 for a little while there. But you probably were the only person under 10 years old then that was competing at that level.
Oh yeah.
So be proud of that.
Oh, I will.
Buddy.
Oh, I am. Trust me. I am. You'll never take that from me. That's
hey, it's on video. It's on YouTube of him doing it.
It is immortalized.
It is. It really is. It's such a bad video, but he's there.
That's an amazing video. What are you talking about?
It's very funny.
It's a great video.
I still talk to Kais from time to time, that guy in Ireland who put that together for us.
Nice.
He checks in every once in a while. He's doing
good.
good.
Those were the days. God, Guild Wars was just a straightforward game. You just got.
There was no fucking around.
You grinded. You got your money. You bought your gear. You fought people at your guild hall. That was it. It was fucking simple. Not all this bullshit. Good mechanics, whatever. Who cares about that? Fucking just fighting. It was great.
Yeah, it really was. Just duking it out, and then people coming up with cool. I think the build system of Guild Wars is what.
I think a lot of people look at it and they see 8 skills and they're like, "This is dumb." It's like, do you know how much you actually have to think? I love World of Warcraft. This has been my biggest gripe with WoW for a long time. 2 things. One, you play each class one way. There's no different way to play it. There might be a difference in one skill or one talent, like in Classic or whatever. You might see a little bit of a difference. Over time, you can see drastic differences over time, like with Fury tanking. That people didn't even think that was a thing back in the day.
And that took 10 years to develop.
Yeah, that took a long ass time though, exactly. And then in retail, it's not even about your class; it's what specialization you are. It doesn't even matter. Like Fury Warrior feels so different from Arms and Protection.
It does.
That's the biggest thing with WoW. Yeah. There's not a lot of creativity. It's all just mechanics and grinding and story, which is good. What it's good at, it's beautiful at. But There's no creativity with your actual character. You can make an argument with some of the professions, sure. But in Guild Wars, you could be a warrior ranger or a warrior elementalist, and you will have vastly different skills and builds and whatnot. Even within a warrior, because your skills are dependent on your weapon, vastly different builds with only 8 skills. That's insane. The creativity was unmatched. Couldn't jump though.
All right, so I'm on my mage. All right, you want to know what the guild message of the day is?
Here we go.
Don't want
It is
to
Children's Week. Do your quest at the Stormwind Orphanage. Have fun, strive to succeed, rise to the occasion, and bring forth retribution against the Horde.
Jesus. Now, see, here's the thing. If I was in that guild, and I'm a casual player, and they weren't dicks, that would actually be a great message. Because it's like, okay, yeah, it's a video game, I'm enjoying it, I'm having a good time. But then when they can't separate fucking reality and fucking entertainment from the game, that's when I'm like, that just sounds pretentious as fuck. Because that's like, okay, somebody's helping me out, hey, go in this direction and enjoy the game. You know, go Alliance, because, you know, this is a PvP server. I'm all for it. But with the fucking context of a classic Andy, you're just like, alright, shut the fuck up. Who are you?
Yeah, the moment anybody said, nobody's talking right now. Let's see who people are on. GM is on. There's 2 level 60s on, and looks like it's just all us boys doing alts.
Yeah.
your alts.
The GM, well, this is just, you know, it impresses me that these people have figured out how to AoE grind on these mages.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just-
No, it's insane.
This is so cool. I just think it's fun to do it.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, when TBC launches, like, obviously I'm going to play the Warrior, but I'm going to keep a Mage alt just because I want to do it, just see what it's like.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, let's see what the GM's doing. The GM is in Syphilis right now.
Oh.
Wonder what he's doing. Think he's putting on the grind?
Doing stuff for Encourage, probably. Wait until he can get everybody else on board.
He won't be able to. This guild's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the guild's been around for quite some time. Maybe it's been here since server launch and they just can't get anything done. I don't know. They, from what I can tell, they all have the dungeon gear, blues, all that situation.
Yeah, I got that.
Not a lot of them have raid gear. And there's only one GDKP for the server that goes out every week. But I don't think all of them get to it because the spots are very limited. Because you're probably running with the same people every week.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. This is a riot. Alright, I'm curious. /who60. On this server, there's only 38 60s online right now. Not even a full raid.
Damn.
It is Monday. To be fair, it is Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Everybody raids on Tuesday, so to be fair, it is only Monday.
Because isn't server reset on Wednesday?
For Europe, it's on Wednesdays. Servers go down tomorrow morning at like 7 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So, for a reset, I think.
But-
Right?
The patch.
That's right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but the patch.
No patch. They go clean them.
Yeah, it's Patch Tuesday.
That's right. Patch Tuesday. Yeah, I used to have it when I was on furlough for a little while. It was WoW on Tuesday, or Tuesday morning. Final Fantasy 14 Tuesday night at like 3 a.m. because they do it Japan time. And then Black Desert is Wednesdays. They used to have it all down. I knew which game was going down when. And Guild Wars 2 has only shut down one time ever since it launched because they are on cloud servers.
What's the
Don't know
cloud?
Don't know. Don't know what that means, but they never have to shut the game down for patches.
Basically, what they do, right? It's sitting in a cloud, right? So as long as there's enough moisture in the cloud, it works fine.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if I know what they're running it on, then you can have like a standby server essentially running
Yeah,
copy
it's
for a little bit and then merge it.
Basically, it's a redundant system. You just take
Yeah.
down one system. You
Yeah.
you patch the backup system. You switch everything to the backup system. You patch the real system, and then you debate: do we swap? Do we fail safe it over to the main one? Nah.
So here's the interesting thing then, is because say you're in a group when the
Okay.
when the new update comes through.
Okay.
If your buddy logs out, updates the patch, and then logs back in, you're still on. You can still do things together. I don't know how. That's what blows my mind. I don't know how they do it.
There might be something in there that checks to see that everybody's on the same server. It has to be some sort of code.
Well, it's one mega
That's
server.
what-
The game itself runs on, I would assume, a field of servers, but they all
Yeah.
are only broken up through certain instances, if that makes sense.
Yeah. that makes
Yeah,
sense.
you can have a server partition to do
Basically
and
different
mount
VMs.
different versions.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
point is, eventually you will have to get kicked off to update patch, because I think that's when they probably try to push everybody onto the new patch to get things going. I just always thought it was really cool that it's only gone down one time,
Yeah.
server end, since the game launched, even to implement raids and stuff. No.
Because you would take down the redundant system and just kind of hope that the main system doesn't have anything go wrong with it.
Yup.
I guess that they're really good at it apparently, because, like I said, it's only gone down one time.
Yeah, and if a hard drive fails, you can hot swap it.
Yeah.
Or just throw a new blade in there or something.
Yeah. Just throw it.
It's a blade. You just push a button and it pops out. You take it out. You throw a new one in there.
That's right. Back
So
to
when
it.
you walk away. You,
Easy game, easy life.
can you still buy those WoW server blades?
You can.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
sure, yeah. Expensive, but I remember like Soda. I'm pretty sure Soda got one.
Soda has one. Cargos has one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you can make your own private WoW server. Buy them for most games too, I think.
The
Well.
blades?
Maybe not. Now I think about it, probably not.
What are we if not slaves to this torment?
Yeah, I've seen people have them.
Remember when it came out, I actually kind of wanted to buy one just so I said I had one.
I would
Right.
love to have a core just to have,
That'd be cool.
like, just us,
Oh, yeah.
just us to play on.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you have another level 60 character? Because I'm the admin. I can do whatever
Eh.
I
Yeah.
want.
Well, no, I've seen them where like,
Hello.
kind of like just a silly private servers in a way where you just give yourself all the best weapons and then a billion health and see if you can kill a raid boss.
Yeah.
Just till your health pool runs out, essentially.
Yeah.
Beware.
Who usually wins those? The raid boss?
Yeah, I think I saw some guy had managed to kill Ragnaros as a Fury Warrior, but he needed 3 million health to survive it.
Jesus.
It's still cool though,
Yeah.
I would love to do little things like that.
It's like this. You want to do this by yourself. This is the stats you need to have. That's physically
Yeah.
impossible. If you want to do it by yourself, this is the stats you need to have.
That's right. If you want to do this, this is what you need.
I didn't say it was going to be fun. I'm just telling you what you need to do.
Yeah. I hate when these groups get split up a little bit and they all don't stay together when I'm blizzarding them down.
How rude.
How rude. It eats up my time. All of you need to die now. Sometimes one or two will get through, and I have to arcane explode them.